Dashdalit, my name is Dinzi Yangzom, and today I'm attending Thermo Fisher's annual general meeting to ask the leadership of the company how they can justify supplying DNA surveillance equipment to Chinese state police to use against Tibetans. I was born a Tibetan refugee in Dharamsala, India, and when I was 7 years old, with a small suitcase and a yellow travel document, I got on a plane for the very first time to start a new life as a Tibetan American in Boston, the same city that is home to Thermo Fisher Scientific. Long before I was born, the Chinese government had already stolen everything from me. The right to legally exist, the right to return to my homeland, and the right to live as a Tibetan in Tibet. But as I speak to you today, I'm thinking about those Tibetans inside of Tibet. Today, they are living in one of the least free countries on earth and are under constant surveillance. And now, Thermo Fisher is helping China strip Tibetans of the very little privacy they have left. To date, nearly 1.2 million Tibetans, including children as young as 5 years old, have been forced to submit DNA samples to state police. The Chinese government claims that the stolen DNA is used for normal police activity to identify criminals. So why then are Chinese state police visiting preschools to take the DNA samples from 5-year-old Tibetans? Clearly, what counts as normal policing in Tibet is not stopping crime. Instead, it is the Chinese authorities persecuting Tibetans simply for being Tibetan. Engaging in everyday activities that are normal to us, such as teaching their native language at home or flying the Tibetan national flag, can lead to arrests for Tibetans inside Tibet. That is the reality of the regime that Thermo Fisher's human ID products are being sold to. Thermo Fisher Scientific, can you provide details of human rights policies and procedures that your company has in relation to operations, sales, and other business inside Tibet so that you can be sure your products are not being used to cause harm?